Super excited to share this recipe with you guys. You can make it in super large batches and just hold it really indefinitely. I mean, it lasts as long as all these individual ingredients last, okay? So we're going to start with 1 cup of cocoa powder. I prefer to use really high quality cocoa because there's only a few ingredients in here. You can't really hide behind anything cheap. Remember, the product is always the most important part, okay? Come in with 1/2 cup cornstarch now, and that's going to be our binder and thickening agent for this whole thing. So we don't need eggs like some pudding mixes. This is a lot easier. Next, we're going to go 1/2 cup non-fat milk powder. This is going to add a little bit of richness to the product. And last but not least, we're going to add our confectioner sugar. Confectioner sugar is not only very finely ground sugar, it also has a touch of cornstarch in it. This is to prevent the sugar from clumping. If you try to do this at home, it'd be a sticky mess after a couple days. So last but not least, we're going to come in with a little bit of kosher salt. And remember, salt makes things taste more like itself. So if you omit this, I promise you it will not taste as good. Sometimes that seems a little weird in sweet dishes for some people, but trust me on this one, okay? You're going to want to get in here with a whisk and really give it a good stir. You're not going to mix everything totally thoroughly with just a whisk. So I'm going to ask you to use a strainer over a big bowl. And this, as you can see, this is really going to mix everything that you might have missed. And there's 2 other purposes for this. It aerates it, which makes it a lot lighter in texture, so it's easier to scoop when you are ready to use it. And it sifts through any of the unwanted stuff. So just tap your hand really lightly against the side of the sieve. And as you can see already, there's kind of these big chunks forming. Now, if we didn't use this sieve, it would be stuck in our mix. So you would get big chunks of cornstarch, big chunks of cocoa, what have you. And all those things would be stuck in our pudding, which would make it lumpy in the end. So right at the end here, you can see there's 2 ways of getting this stuff through. Now you can use a whisk, you can use a spoon, something like this. I'm doing this to show you, but really I like to get in there with my hands. Screw it, let's get in there with the hands. There we go. This is my style of cooking, guys. And even after I do all that, there's still some stuff left over. We can just toss that. And there you have it. Just give it one final mix to make sure everything's dispersed throughout. Put it in your favorite container, and you just made homemade pudding mix.